Excuse me, everyone, this is Da Census. The United States has approved an agreement that may let Saudi Arabia enrich uranium, bringing Saudi Arabia closer to nuclear capabilities. Let's examine this topic today. The Wall Street Journal reports the United States and Saudi Arabia have signed a bilateral nuclear agreement. The agreement reportedly states that if joint research proves feasibility, the United States will build a uranium enrichment facility in Saudi Arabia. The United States requires countries to sign agreements under Section 123 of the U.S. Atomic Energy Act that meet government and congressional standards to use U.S. nuclear technologies like uranium enrichment. Accordingly, the two countries will conduct joint research for 2 years to examine whether it is commercially viable for Saudi Arabia to enrich uranium on its own territory instead of importing uranium fuel. If research shows uranium enrichment is needed in Saudi Arabia, the US will build a uranium enrichment facility after strict safeguards are in place and without sharing sensitive enrichment technology. Of course, if the research results come out the other way, Saudi Arabia will not be able to pursue uranium enrichment independently or with any other country for the next 10 years. The U.S. administration claims these agreement provisions let the U.S. influence Saudi Arabia's nuclear industry and stop uranium from being used militarily, but experts disagree. The Wall Street Journal said the agreement aimed to let American companies lead in Saudi Arabia's nuclear industry, excluding foreign rivals. According to the agreement, American companies will provide new power reactors and nuclear technology, while foreign suppliers will play a supporting role. The United States and Saudi Arabia planned 2 years of research, but concerns remain that this agreement could further destabilize the Middle East and spark a renewed nuclear arms race. Saudi Arabia has long rejected the gold standard, meaning it won't give up uranium enrichment or spent nuclear fuel reprocessing. It also hasn't adopted the additional protocol to the NPT. Above all, Crown Prince bin Salman, the de facto ruler of Saudi Arabia, said back in 2018 that if Iran develops nuclear weapons, Saudi Arabia will follow suit. Crown Prince bin Salman has long said that Saudi Arabia possesses vast uranium reserves, and he has been pushing for an agreement that would allow uranium enrichment for a long time. Crown Prince bin Salman is favorable to nuclear armament. Because of this, there are ongoing claims that Saudi Arabia made this agreement with the United States in order to pursue nuclear armament. There are also concerns that this agreement may raise diplomatic fairness issues regarding Iran, against whom the United States recently resumed its offensive. News of the agreement's approval followed renewed U.S. airstrikes and demands that Iran export highly enriched uranium to the United States and stop operating underground nuclear sites. The Trump administration supports a nuclear deal with Saudi Arabia, allowing uranium enrichment while pressuring Iran, a major Middle East rival, to abandon its nuclear program, creating a double standard. This agreement will ultimately require approval from Congress to take effect. However, there are growing concerns that Iran's nuclear development may be causing a nuclear domino effect.